It's great to have you all here this afternoon. My name is Ryan Nicole, and I am so excited to join you all this afternoon. We have a program for you, and I'm going to read because my enthusiasm is too high, and I could just talk to you all afternoon, and we don't want to do that. So it's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for joining us. I'm extremely excited to welcome you to the unveiling event for the Valkyries Performance Center where you sit today. Yes! This is a historic moment for WNBA basketball in the Bay Area where we are. As one of 4 WNBA teams to have a dedicated year-round performance center for the team, it's abundantly clear how important investment in the Valkyries has been for this franchise. We'd like to highlight Populous, who's here today for leading the construction and design of this beautiful facility, and DPR, the team who managed construction logistics. Let's put our hands together for Populous and DPR. And we might as well keep our hands warm. We're going to be clapping all day. Here with us today are several key leaders for the city of Oakland, so please join me in welcoming our Oakland interim mayor, Kevin Jenkins. Yes. Oakland at-large city council member, Rowena Brown. Oakland city council member, Janani Ramachandran. And Oakland city council member, Zach Unger. What a cool looking group. You guys pretty fitted. You look really nice over there. This performance center that we are here at today is the heartbeat of the Valkyries franchise. Our team will come to work every day, developing their game to compete for championships right here on these very courts. Look behind you guys. Check that out. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The Valkyries front office will do the same with the team's offices just above us on the 6th floor. And importantly, this space embodies the spirit of the Bay Area and offers a direct connection to the city that we're in right now, the city of Oakland, California, where the center is located. Right on, right? Yeah, town business. Town business. In addition to serving as the home for the Valkyries, this space right here will serve as a base for youth basketball programming for boys and girls of all ages. We'll host customized training camps, clinics, among other programming, and some of that is starting this evening, so we're getting the ball rolling immediately. As you entered, you saw the stunning 215-foot mural by Oakland's very own Allison Human. You guys checked that out. It was beautiful. Yeah, right, you can clap for it. Her artwork, which captures the Valkyries' journey, will greet everyone who walks through these doors. It's a powerful symbol, one of our connection to Oakland and the creative spirit of this city. Each of you will get to take home a small piece of Allison's work right behind you on your chairs. You'll find shirts that feature the side profile of the Valkyrie. So go ahead and reach back. Look under your chairs, everyone. It's a new Mercedes-Benz. No, it's a you get free T-shirts. With the Valkyrie, as seen on the beginning of the mural, she looks over her new home with anticipation and pride as we look over our new home today. And there is so much more within the walls of this performance center to share with you today. Details from the chevron flooring unique design that leads into the brand's angular features, to the dramatic lighting fixtures above us and custom wall treatments that incorporate our violet and black color palette. Every design choice reinforces our identity while creating an elite training environment. To get this event started, I want to welcome some folks up here, but I just want to celebrate this space. It's so great to walk into a space that smells brand new. It's great for these athletes to be able to touch this ground and know that this was custom made for them. And in that spirit, I just want to bring up the people who designed, co-created this space, the folks who are at the helm. So I want you all to join me in welcoming to the stage Golden State CEO and co-executive chairman Joe Lacob, Valkyries General Manager Ohema Nayenen. Valkyries President Jess Smith. How you doing? And Valkyries Head Coach Natalie Nakasi. Good afternoon, folks. How you doing?
Fantastic.
You good? You good? All right. Well, we'll start with you, Joe.
Sure.
If that's okay. Is your mic on, everybody? You can
Is this
hear?
on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, great. A little over a year ago, you joined Kathy Engelbert on stage to announce the acquisition of a WNBA team. Now, you're sitting in the team's performance center. Yeah. Months away from training camp starting. So can you talk to us about the journey to date?
Well, for our group, first of all, I want to compliment. This place looks great.
Yeah.
So our internal group that design, I mean, you should all take a bow, actually. The people we're in the, I mean, they did a great job. So I'm very, very proud of this. We should all be proud of this. It looks great. The journey, you know, it's all about the journey. And this has been a long one for me personally and for the group. You know, I was at another talk this morning with Jess over at Stanford, and we were talking about this, and I owned an ABL team in the 90s called the San Jose Lasers, and it was a fledgling league. It wound up not making it, and it really, not only losing money at the time, but also just lost a dream at that time. So here we are so many years later, and I wish it hadn't taken so long, but to have a WNBA team, our own team, our startup, the Valkyries, which is great because we can do everything you want to do with a startup and do it right.
That's right.
And that's what we're trying to do here. So it's been an incredible journey. The last year, we've hired some incredible people. I'm so proud of this organization that we've put together. I think we have the best in the business, and I think you're going to see great things from this organization in the future as a result.
The dream continues. Ohema, you're at the helm of building this team from a blank slate, no less. What's the significance of this performance center?
Yeah, the word today is gratitude. I think for me, there's a lot of jitters, so give me a moment. When I was going through the interview process with Mr. Joe and the executive team, Mr. Joe. I'm always gonna throw it in there. I asked the questions, and they had already thought of all of this. My first day on my press conference, I had a press conference at whatever time, and at 2 p.m. they said, and now here is your construction, and this is what you are going to now help build. So the foundation was already laid. There is no fighting to ask for anything with this organization. They're leaders in every area, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this squad.
Excellent, excellent. Joe, I'm going to bring it back to you. So this represents a significant investment in women's basketball. Can you speak to why this dedicated performance center and the new locker room at the Chase Center are so important to the Valkyries?
Well, I believe, and we believe, the words, that we do things right. We do it the right way, and once we're in, we're all in, okay? And so I think you have to spend money to make money. They say that's a term you've always used. You have to put in the work also to make it happen. And it's a major investment for us to do this and to do what we're doing over, as you pointed out, in San Francisco. But they are fantastic facilities. And for this league to continue to grow correctly, to become what I think it can be, which is honestly enormous. I think the potential for women's basketball and for the WNBA going forward, with the quality of the players is coming out. We could go on here. There's a lot of reasons why we did this, but the potential is enormous, and we need to provide them with all the resources they need and deserve. And so we're doing this right, and we're going to do every aspect of it right, and we're going to build what I believe will be the greatest and honestly most valuable women's sports organization anywhere in the world in any sport. That's my goal. That's our goal.
Woo! I love it. Ohema, can you talk to us about the process of the build out of this space, the construction of it, and what went into it to complete it?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of really innovative humans. I want to shout everybody out, but I'm also don't want to forget anybody, so you'll please be expecting a card from me. But players first. Why did Mr. Joe bring this team to this area? To win basketball games. For our athletes that are on the way, we just want to show them that this ownership group and our executive team believe in them. And they don't need to fight for anything. They deserve everything. There's a lot of ingenuity in the world class. We're world class,
Yes.
right? In everything that we do. And as Mr. Joe said, I could go on, but we just put a lot of effort into making sure that each of the athletes wouldn't have to go anywhere else to find what they need to be great.
Show up and play. I love it. Jess, I'm gonna bring it over to you, Madam President. Before playing a single game, the Valkyries have already set new records for season ticket holders and deposits and sales. How does having this elite training facility support the organization's vision moving forward? And how does this support the team's identity and connection to Oakland?
Yeah, this really enables us to walk the walk. We talk a lot about how we're going to build this brand, what it means to us, what it means to the Bay, what it means to the community, and this exemplifies that every step of the way. The folks that have lined up to be one of our 22,000 season ticket deposit holders or bought merchandise in 70 countries in all 50 states, or our incredible corporate partners, many of whom are here today, they are trusting us and believe in us and are fueling us to do great things, and they know that we will. And this is our first step in showcasing what that looks like. And we're really proud to be a thread through that power that we know that we get a chance to represent.
Right on, right on. Thank you. Natalie, hi.
Hi.
In what ways do you see this performance center elevating your players' development and team performance?
Yeah, this facility will definitely elevate our players' performance, but it'll elevate their mindset as well. So if you guys ever ask a player, right, like what gives them peace? What's their sanctuary? And I would tell you guys, majority of them would say, just me shooting all alone, just me in the hoop and a ball. So that's what we get to provide. We get to provide a facility, a performance center, 24/7, where at any time our players will be able to provide peace. And so that's what I'm really looking for.
Right on, right on. Oh, Hema, I'm going to bring it right back to you. So it's the elephant in the room. Free agency began on Saturday.
Sure did.
Can you speak? Can you speak to your strategy?
Yeah. We're being strategic and competitive. And, you know, I think for me and Mr. Joe, there is a line that he said that is in my mind when I go to sleep, when I wake up, which is we need to win a championship in the next 5 years. So we are building the building blocks to do that. And again, like every athlete that agrees to come and play with us will never regret it.
Natalie, I'm going to get it back to you. Win in 5 years. What excites you most about that trajectory and the trajectory of this franchise and what's being built?
Well, just said less, right? Is that what you said?
He didn't say less.
Just said less.
He didn't say less.
I just wanted to update all y'all that he said less, but no pressure. No, I think for me, what excites me is just the opportunity, right, to continue the winning culture of the Warriors. Like, look around.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted. In this building, there has been numerous of blood, sweat, and tears invested in this building by champions, right? So for me, I got to match that, if not more. And so I'm just really excited, again, to pay respect to what has already been here and now to continue to build, you know, our own story. So I'll have sleepless nights up in my office, film sessions, probably not going to sleep, and just passionate conversations with my coaching staff. So can't wait.
Well, that's good. Just a pretty comfortable place to stay awake at, right? Do the work. Cool. Well, that concludes my questions for you all, but I want to turn it over to media and see what questions they may have. There will be someone to bring a mic over to you, so please raise your hand if you have any questions. The media folks that are here today will dedicate about 10 minutes to your questions. So let's get busy. Anybody have any questions for this crew?
Hi all, Zena Cato with The Athletic. Ohema, Jess, Natalie, you all come from world-class organizations across basketball and soccer that have really been one of the four groups in basketball, at least, that have put together really great performance centers for their teams in the Aces and the in the New York Liberty. How did you guys inject what you saw in your former groups, even in soccer as well, Jess, to speak into this space what players need in order to be comfortable, or I love the way you put it, Natalie, at peace?
Yeah, I'll start. We saw, for me, I'll speak personally, I was part of the construction process with the Liberty, and so kind of all of the things that went well, I took, in my mind, and all the things that didn't go well, I also took in my mind, and, having conversations with athletes on a daily basis, whether it be free agents, dun dun dun, or our current athletes from expansion drafts, we ask them questions. This has been a really cool experience in building from the ground up, in every sense of the word. And so we would ask them their feedback on some of the things, and if we had the opportunity to make some changes, we were able to do that. So it's a very unique way of being able to pull from the past and also kind of understand what they are going through right now in all their respective locations to pull in the new.
I think my perspective is a little different. I know just how hard it is to find space and build in space that's your own. It's year 4 for Angel City, and they just announced setting roots down for their performance center. And the fact that, we talked about this a little bit, I came in day 1, and these were conversations candidly being led by the entire leadership team at Golden State of, we have this team, what is this experience going to feel like? And that construction started immediately because it wasn't something that we wanted to work toward. It was something that we wanted this to be the standard that our players knew from day 1. And then on top of that, we have NBA All-Star coming here. We have the global stage coming to the Bay Area. I know all of us in this room take pride in that. And we get to showcase the WNBA and the Golden State Valkyries, both here and at Chase Center with this incredible facility. So it's really quite incredible. It's a feat to do. If anybody's done home construction, you understand. It's unbelievable, the timeline and the execution that's taken place.
Yeah, and so for me, just being experience a couple different facilities, I think what really matters sometimes is also the people that you put into it. So like Joe said, we're gonna do it the right way. So I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time, my coaching staff is probably the most genuine people you're gonna ever meet. Because at the end of the day, the walls are here, the baskets, the hoops or whatever, but it's the people, it's the coaches, it's how we're going to care for our players, how we're going to push our players at the same time. Because like I said, and Joe said, in less than 5 years, that's the goal. So understand that the coaching staff is going to have genuine care for every player that we bring in.
Anybody else? There you go.
ESPN, it's good to see all of you guys up there.
Closer.
Close. Is that better, Joe?
We want to hear you.
You guys were talking about free agency before and this facility that you have here now. I'm curious what were maybe some unexpected challenges or just some challenges that you guys have faced as you are building this organization from the ground up, trying to get players to come here and to build out your team.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think challenges and opportunities can be intertwined, right? I think we have put our best foot forward in being able to talk to athletes and tell our story from where we are and how we're building. As Jess said, and Ryan said, we're building from the ground up, and we want you here. We only want you here, though, if you want to be here, right? So, as Coach said, it's about the people. There are a lot of really hardworking, gracious, thoughtful humans that are here today, that are working behind the scenes, trying to put all of this together. And so I am a serial optimist, and and I think that the players who start on May 15th and beyond will understand everything that we're putting together.
Can I make one small additional comment? This is an expansion team. We don't have the advantage, for instance, in free agency of going and recruiting players, say, hey, come play with this player, or something like that. Or here's the history of the Valkyries. It's great that we have this facility. It's great that we have this great coaching staff. We have the unlimited resources to make this the best in the world, and we will. But I think it is challenging, to your point, that we are a startup. We have no players to start with. And so I think just that in and of itself hasn't been an expansion team in the WNBA since 2008. So I do think it's challenging that first year or so. But you know what? It's all that much more rewarding when we have success.
Hi there. Marissa and Jimmy, San Francisco Chronicle. Just to kind of build off of that, what kind of feedback have you guys gotten from free agents so far about perhaps hesitancy or what they are excited about? I know you guys signed some people today. What kind of has the messaging been from the players of what they would like to see from you guys?
Yeah, positive feedback. They're all surprised and thoughtful about the decisions that they need to make personally for themselves. I think the pictures that we had throughout this process up until just yesterday when we did some of the sneak peeks of what was happening weren't available, right? So every day leading up to today, there have been a lot of people that have put a lot of work in to make sure that we could launch today. And now the secret's out, and we're excited.
Chris Alvarez from ABC7. This is for Coach. There's a visualization and reality about today. I wonder what you think about when you visualize the home opener at Chase Center and what home court advantage is going to look like for you guys.
Yeah, I visualize it just to be electric. I've been to very many Warriors games, especially the last one. What was the last game that we went to? It was versus, OKC. That was the last one we went to, and that's my idea of it. Is just like the arena going crazy after every shot, and then obviously in the fourth quarter they present a different type of vibe. But I want every quarter to be a vibe. I want, as soon as that ball goes up, there needs to be a vibe. If all y'all are going to the game, y'all need to stand up. You're gonna get a workout in. But no, I mean, I can't wait. Again, the fans have already committed themselves to us, so we have to again pay respect, and we've got to play. We got to play our butts off, and and make sure we provide that energy for everyone.
For sure. Okay. Erin Wilson, Crom 4. Coach, I just want to know if you've been able to kind of talk to a few of the players at this point, and if you've had any significant conversations, knowing that you're trying to build a franchise from the ground up and knowing that you have a lot of work ahead of you doing that. What are some of the main points or conversations that you've had that have seemed significant, that speak to the character that you want on this team to make it a championship team?
Yeah, we've had multiple conversations. I've reached out to every single player that we've had, more particularly on FaceTime, because I think that kind of gives you a more intimate first conversation. And we've obviously had dinners and stuff like that, just because time is important. Time is important. What you give in terms of time is how you build a relationship. And so my points have obviously been, competitive, the style we're going to play. I'm not going to say too much because it goes viral quickly. But even defensively, we're going to hang our hat on the defensive end. But at the same time, being open-minded, because I'm going to bring something different to the W this year. And so being open-minded has been definitely the base of it. And I would say the feedback from our players has been, Coach, can we watch film? Coach, what'd you see of my game? It's constant feedback for the players, and that's what I love, is they want to be constantly coached, and I'm not even physically there yet. So that's the type of players that I love, is coachable players that want to grow and be the best, because at the end of the day, that's what we want to be.
Hey, Kevin Wynn from the San Francisco Standard. This is for the panel. With free agency and the CBA being nuanced, what else makes up building this foundation of this team? You can maybe speak on the role of this facility, but anything else that you maybe haven't covered too.
I would say the people. I mean, that's like a constant for us, is to continue to bring in elite people, both emotionally and kind of like within their expertise. I have a lot more hires to announce, and so just really excited about the people that will have the storytelling around the different spaces, both here and at Chase Center. Anything else to-
Cool. Well, thank you, Press, for those questions, and I want to thank the speakers and this great leadership for the Valkyries. We're going to stick around and do some photos, but I just want to say, as a home of startup and innovation, the Bay Area is not afraid of building from the ground up. And that's how we shift culture, and that's how we lead the world. So I'm so excited about what the Valkyries have to bring. We're going to stick around. We're going to do some photos with you all, if that's okay. I would love it if you all stayed in your seats. And then right after that, we're going to take a tour of this beautiful facility, and you all get the exclusive look at what these folks have built for this new team that's coming in. So please just stick around. I'm going to invite the photographers up. I'm going to step away, and you guys will take your beautiful photos. Yes, thank you.